Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I gotta send something to somebody. Oh man, that was a weekend. It's one of those things. Hey, Eric. Oh man, dude, I'm still beat up from Beat the Creek, man. I really am, and I haven't like fully unpacking everything from it. But this is not from Beat the Creek. This actually happened Thursday night. I think it was in my last stream. I can't remember now. Uh, ah. Yeah, I'm a little later than I wanted to be. I got lost track of time on myself. Because, well, I do that. As those modern kids would call it, time blindness. Oh, dude, it was a muddy mess, but it was freaking great. Saturday, it rained from sunup to sundown. Actually, no, it rained. Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock before it got, before it stopped raining. Hey, Bill. Yeah, I kind of got lost in track of time, and I got a text message from a friend of mine showing me one of the trucks that he scored. I gotta restart the camera. Or no, wait, hold on. Let's see. I'm watching my live feed at the same time I'm watching. I got multiple screens here. Yep, and it did the autofocus crap. Nope, hold on. So, working on. Give me 1 second here. I gotta restart the camera. Ah, there. So you can see, that did phenomenally well at Beat the Creek. It still got a little mud on it from the Friday night run, because that's the only time I got to run it. So tonight is gonna be working on some 3D modeling stuff, getting Eric's truck ready for print. So that's what's on tonight's agenda. And maybe a couple, I'll queue up a couple of them, see if I can get some here. Oops, let me get some, things here. I saw some good friends at Beat the Creek, so that was good. Saw Jason Tang, the owner of Boom Racing and Asia Tees. Got to see him. I haven't seen him since 2017, I believe. So that was fun. And of course, I saw Parker, Brian Parker from Recon G6. Haven't seen him in since 2019, right before I got the sick, I should say. As it were, actually, I was already getting sick at the time. It was great, but I still pushed on. But oh wait, I'm going to turn that off. So a lot of people did a lot of photo dumps of what the mess that Beat the Creek turned into. And still a fun time. Like I'm trying to see if I can find some videos. These are all photos. So let me see if I can find here we go. Videos of some of the antics that was going on there. Like I had tractors out before I was pulling people out. So oh yeah, I hope you have a great time there, man. It's like one of my bucket list things is to go to Joe Nall too when I get a new airplane. Which should I just go and buy a new airplane with the money that I made at Beat the Creek? Because I did sell a truck. I did get rid of a truck. But so that thing, not this guy, not Doggo that wanted to be in the camera today, but Taco did really well. So this thing led a night run. So I led a night run with this thing, and the guys that were in my group, one other guy could keep up with me in this thing with this truck, and they all had, much bigger tires than me. But I was just letting this thing light up the trail for me. Like I did not have a headlamp on. There are some videos and footage, but I don't have them yet on hand from a friend of mine that was running with us. But I did get a screen. I did get a shot. So let me pull the shot up. Let's see here. So give you guys an idea of the ride, my ride at Beat the Creek, because I gotta give credit to Phil, my buddy Phil, not another RC channel, and on here on YouTube, came over and picked me up in his great freaking ride. Let me get the camera turned around here. We'll turn that one on and transition. Oh, don't do that crap to me. Oh yeah, that one always gets that camera. There. Anyways, sorry about that camera being weird. Or is it not right? I can't fucking remember this stuff now. Ah, what's it freaking doing? Ah, the camera died. There, now it's working again. Ah, I love technical difficulties. So much fun. So this is the ride that I was in for Beat the Creek. My buddy's 93 Caprice wagon. And that was us leaving. That all that mud on there is from us leaving the event. But me and Parker. And then the group that I was leading with my taco for the night run. So, and of course my flash on my camera being super bright. So unfortunately, because of the weather and the fact that I run super tiny ears and they were getting gummed up with mud, I really didn't get that much footage, and also um, didn't really drive that much because I was too busy networking and hanging out with friends in Vendor Row, like giving it up to Jim Lewis of Jim's Bearings. I was helping him out for a while there at the event. This was us staging Friday morning. This is the truck stop that's before Beat the Creek. And all the people, and mind you, every one of these vehicles that are in this photo here, besides the semi trucks, are all heading to Beat the Creek. This whole lot is full of nothing but people going to Beat the Creek. And it took us 2 hours. We were in line, queued up to go in there for 2 hours before we got in the gate. I should have deleted that other picture, but I guess I didn't. Oh well. And that's the sponsors there. Alright, I'll close that out. So let's see if I can get some yeah, that's from where people were just driving through everything. Let's see. I'm trying to see if anyone has any good footage of people actually moving vehicles out. Because that was some fun stuff. Ah. But yeah, that's just... Here we go. This is, Tom Allen of, or Tom Asher of Three Brothers RC in his H2. Pulling a brand new Grand Cherokee, Wagoneer out. By the way, every time the event ended and they had then that vehicle had the Grand Wagoneer had to leave, it had to be towed out of the vendor area every time because it kept overheating its transfer case. But yeah, it got pretty bad, but we had a blast. The people that showed up, I left before the announcements or before the award ceremony, typing at the end, the raffles and stuff. So I didn't get to get a head count of how many people were actually there this year. So, but like I said, I'm going back next year. I go every year, so that's my my place. Dude, it wasn't even that extreme off road. It was just a muddy path that kept getting stuck on a muddy path. You know, the mud was ankle deep, and that vehicle was getting stuck every time. So it was quite entertaining. But let's get this where is that software at? Because I kind of need that software right now because I got to start firing up this this print. I got to get Eric's print started. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Alright, let's see here. I did this because it's just nice seeing all the bodies that I have. Alright, GMT 400. Oh, I really should just create a new thing for that real quick. There we go. That's the center section, so we'll put that over there on that build plate. But that's the cab. We'll put that over there, and then there's the front end. But I kind of need the front end for this. And don't worry, I'm not going to print it like this. I have a certain way that I print, the orientation that I print these to make them way easier to print. Alright, so we need the bow tie grill. That's kind of funny that his scaling of these bodies is so, like, between the different generations of trucks is off, and I always got to rescale it to make it fit. We'll go with 5. Well, it fit there, so let's, oh, nope. Let's see here. So now I need to unlock that. And we need to go out some more. Ah. There we go. The center on that's off. Oh, nope. Oh yeah, so I actually finally I ordered a crankshaft for my full size. Finally for the small block. Got a Scat Procast crank for it. That looks fairly close. Oh no, that's too big. Okay, so we'll do 7.5. Nope, 5. Okay, so we're showing there, showing there. So maybe it was 7.5. Let's do 7.5 again. Yep, there we go. Sweet. Oh, nope. 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. Okay. Oh. The nice thing is I'm gonna work that with sandpaper, so it's not that big of a deal. I just wanted to make sure I get that where it's supposed to be. Oh, crap, I forgot. Factory bumpers. Let's grab the bumpers for this truck. Front bumper. Left mirror. Light, 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 light. Okay, there we go. There's the rest of the parts that need to get put in here. Oh, wait, I should have actually got the lights from the other truck. Shit. Wrong file. Because I need to scale these lights correctly. Okay, so front bumper, you're going to go over there. Rear bumper, you're going to go over there. There's a mirror. There's the other mirror. I'm going to put you over there for right now. And there's tail light. Put you right over there. And you go over there. Oh, that's right. Yep. Those are different. So delete, delete. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're all good, bud. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make this nice and easy. Okay, so let's see. So I scaled that 105 to 106. So let's scale that up to 105. Oh, there we go. There's that to 105. We'll get this one to 105. And then we'll do this to 6.85. 6.85. There we go. Now we got the light lenses. So now those are set. So now I can move this here because I don't need those getting, motherfucker. You go up there. Oh, no. There. Ha. I might end up making new light lenses, but using those as a template. So take the mirrors and stick them over there. And you don't want, and I'm right, you don't want any interior at all. You just want me to black out the windows, so just run blackout windows. Ah, crap, I forgot to fill up my drink. Yep, that's what I thought. So I could just print these in black PLA and paint them up then. Then we're not doing clear windows on it at all. All right, so there's that. Up this a little bit here. Turn that back there so it's not washing out the camera. Since I moved the camera a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that from the photo that you sent me there, Eric. So now we just got to scale all this stuff. Okay, now we need to lock that down. Sorry about that. All right. Weird. Okay, so my tracking's being weird again. Oh, nope, I forgot I need to actually have these windows. Okay, so that. Yeah. There we go. So I'm trying to remember the scaling, how we did the scaling last time. And I need to convert that to inches. Oh, shit, tired. I am so freaking tired today. And then I need... Oh, so here's the funny thing about that, Eric. There's your tires. I got a brand new set. Like, I picked these up at Beat the Creek, but there's another set sitting at my local hobby shop already, waiting for to get picked up for these. So, we got the tires for you. But I forgot that I need to mount... Throw those back over there. Yes, it was going to be 8 scale. That was correct. But I had to measure it off the width of your truck, of the truck with these tires on it again. Because I had the measurement written down and, well, I freaking computer issues and lost the thing. So, and it was actually because of the width of the truck. So, these are not your wheels, though. Just let FYI, these are a set of wheels that I have that are the exact same dimensions as what you have, of what you ordered. So, I have these that I'm going to put on the front of my taco. Or no, not front of the taco. I'm going to put these on the front of the actual trail runner and use that width. And then since I have that width, then we'll be able to scale the body to that width. Because nothing like this that annoys me. So you can kind of see the line of the tire sticking way out there. There's about a quarter, over a quarter of the tread sticks out past the body. Because I didn't do that on this truck when I redid this truck. So I gotta reprint this body for this truck. And I have a couple other guys that want me to do Tahoes for them too. You're not the only Tahoe I have to print. Which I think is hilarious. Because I was driving that around Pizza Creek and I was like, oh man, where'd the OBS Chevy come from? And I'm like, well, in reality, it's not an OBS Chevy, but, it's a GMT 400. I print them myself. But a lot of people were asking for me to get those. So I might end up having a whole print run of these trucks going on. Which I think is hilarious. So, let me grab the truck, put these on it real quick. Let's measure the width of the truck and then scale this body to it so I can get this thing going for print tomorrow. Because I could print, I'd have to change, I still have to change the machine over to the body filament that I use. Let's get that truck. Bobby, come on. There's that. I am going to get a new, refill my drink though while I'm up, since I'm up over here anyways, getting this truck real quick. Oh, and I also brought my side-by-side with me again this year. Had my friend pick up one. So, we have semi-matching side-by-sides. The only difference is we have different electronics in them. I have a full Holmes Hobby setup with a Wreath servo, and he has a Fury Tech brushless setup in his. Oh yeah, I'm looking outside. I have one. Yeah, and that's because a lot of them got crushed during I shouldn't necessarily crushed, but that's because I already gave it to him.
For tonight?
Yes. Sorry, we have to give our dog medicine. Didn't realize I already gave it to him. I just don't want to damage this beautiful body. I think his body looks cool. Like I said, the only thing I don't like about it is they didn't leave the windows clear. Because I think the clear windows are awesome. But I did find the secondary remote there at Eric, so you will have 2 remotes for this truck. I might set them up too there, so they're both bound to this receiver, so you could, have all the fun.
Where about?
So, yeah, I've had so many people offer to buy my truck too, but nope, not gonna happen. Hey, Tato. Do, 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 do. Just so you're aware, it is sitting here. Yup. And in reality, it wasn't that damn, hey, let's boost the economy crap. So I don't entirely blame him. I blame just the economy crash and trying to fix the economy and then still bailing them all out anyways. But it is what it is. Could we blame him for it? Yeah, but was it entirely his thing? No, he just signed it. Our career politicians fucking put that shit in. And yes, I'm switching wheels and tires over so I can measure a full width so you can have full tire chuck or tuck. Yeah, I do have to buy a couple more files there, Eric. I do realize that. Um, because I do want to have the full interior. I do want to have the full coverage here, but they still have the supports on them because these are for somebody else. They just came off the printer a little while ago, actually. Um, but there's the front inner fender and then the rear inner fender as well. Or I don't have the rears, but eh. Bill, was that before or after the vertical? I can't remember when they would change from the vertical, the round headlights to the square headlights. I can't remember what year that was. I thought that was '82 that they did that. Bill. Why? Why, Bill? Does it not drive? All right. Zero that sucker out. Put that down there. So, rim width, to let you know, 224 millimeters is the width of this thing. Yeah, the question is, though, does it run? So, Eric, where's Joe Knoll at again? I forgot. Is it in South Carolina? I might have to take a look at that. Okay. So we have the measurement. So if well, it better not be rusty. It's why do I have two? Oh. Oh. That's what that was. Okay. Alright. So you can see this body has to be widened out 225. And that gives me how much I actually have to bring this thing out. The scale. 113.54. So that can go sit over there. And now all of these parts can be selected. And voila. The body has virtually been scaled. And everything is scaled correct, and everything is scaled to itself now. So. Yay. Okay, now I get to organize all this stuff and get it all sitting right. Okay, so that, I don't need that here and here anymore. So we'll go ahead and delete that file. Wow, it really did scale that shit up. Holy crap. This is awesome. Okay, cool. Da 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 da. Hey. All right. And voila. All the glass, all the body panels. Actually, these have got to go onto another plate. There's another plate. Because I have to run different filaments for that stuff. Well, these get their own stuff. And I think I might turn... There we go. And then the rear bumper, I don't see any detailing on there, so we'll do the same on that. There we go. Huh, so I got the front bumper glued to the bottom supports. Okay, I can work with that. Okay, so we're going to take this build plate and arrange, and I need to make another build plate because I want to put all the glass on another build plate. Oh, there we go. Another build plate. Is that all the glass? Oh, no, we're missing a glass. There we go. That's all the glass. All right, sweet. Just because that's a filament change too. So I try to separate all the... hit live then, Bill. You can get caught up. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to click on this and arrange that build plate. There we go. So that's arranged. And then let's arrange this build plate. That's arranged. Cool. Actually, I think what I might do with this build plate here... Let me slice this one, actually. Since the machine's already set up for the black, so I can just throw that on the printer itself right now. So I will take this plate and slice it. Let's see what I actually like. Ew, I kind of don't like that. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be a lot of cleanup on the backside of that glass. And this is supposed to have brims. Where are my brims? Oh, there they are. Not a lot of brims there, so there's not a lot of support on that thing. That's gonna say how you doing. Hmm. Okay, do those have curves? Yes, they have curves. So that's gonna be risky on that. Same thing with this back glass, the back hatch glass. It's gonna be a little risky. Not too worried about it though, just looking at how it's sliced up here. Got the brims to cut off. I almost want to put a support all the way along the side here. Because that, only having the brim there is not a lot of support down there. Even though it is touching the build plate. Well, I can always run it and find out. It's going to take a day and 10 hours to print those. Oof. Why is it taking that long? I'm at 20. Oh, it's all the changes. That's what's doing it. Okay. That's alright. I can work with that. Alright. Oh, got the measurement of that. Huh. I just realized something. These new wheels and tires are actually way narrower. Actually narrower than the stockies. That's a good thing. Oh. Come on, where are you at? There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. I was looking at it with the stock body on it. No, actually, the rear tires or the rears are, you know, wide boys, or the stock wheels are wide boys, and the new tires that he's actually running on the truck are about essentially where my thumb is over. They're a narrow tire, but they're more like a street-looking tire, anyways, just like a bigger street tire. Yeah, these are just wide, chunky boys. But it's a wider rim. The offset and the back is the same. Like, they're about the same offset back of the rim. But, that's the wheel size. And then that's also the width. So you can see how much. They still tuck under the body, which is kind of nice. All right, so I should send this to my printer. Actually, need to get my SD card, because my printer, I still run an SD card on it. Oh, there we go. And then we're going to export this to that. And we're going to call this. We'll go with new. Yeah. One day. One day, 10 hours. Oh. But since that actually got sent off, okay, now we're gonna. Oh, cancel. Come on. Give me this. Oh. Slicing, slicing, slicing. Oh, I know it's gonna have supports there. Don't give me that crap. There we go. Still generating. Boom. Uh-oh. Where are we having an issue? Oh, it's those. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna get this. Put those little suckers in there. And now we're gonna slice it. Now, 1 day, 10 hours just for those windows. But that's because I also have my machine slow for detail. So I can speed the machine up. That's not an issue. But I like the clarity of having, or I like the fidelity of having the slower the print time, the slower the print time with my machine, actually, the better the print quality comes out. So that's why I have my machine slow. I can speed it up. I can speed it up a lot, but... And I do that in the machine, depending on how the filaments moving through the machine. We're gonna do this. We're gonna doggy camp for a while. Just because he's just over here whining his ass off next to me. So this right here is gonna take 1 day, 21 hours just for this. But again, like I said, I can speed it up at any time. And if I actually do my high detail, which in reality there's not a lot of detail here, it's just a couple door handles type deal. No, lay down. There you go. No. Lay down. So the way that stuff snaps off, it's because the reason why there's supports on the outside. I'll show you when after I get this generated again. I'll show you, Eric. I'll explain it. You're fine, Eric, about that. I just saw that in the statement there. It says just asking. I'll explain it to you in a second once this one generates again. Because there's overhangs technically in the body, the detail work. There, the overhang, the door handle, the recess for the door handles, and the recesses for all the door lines, effectively. So, what's actually happening is this support materials is trying to gap those those lines for the door hand. Oh, you're fine. So, where the door seams are, that's what it's supporting. It's supporting the overhang for that. And you can kind of see the little blue line right here. That's an overhang. And it's the same there. And like how that one's going on the inside, well, that's because the hood comes around the front. And then, of course, you got the mirrors. They got their own little supports, but they come off real clean. And they're just about solid at that, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, buddy, you're fine. So it's to keep the detail line in the print. That's essentially what that is. Okay, you want to go? Go on. Ah, the body came off again. I gotta move the truck so you can hop down. Okay, there you go. So the other thing about like that body right there, I actually rolled that truck at Pete the Creek. My 3D printed silver Chevy. Yeah, you see, it went from a day and 21 hours at my high detail mode. It's now 3 days, 13 hours. But since this is going to be a flat black, or not a flat black, but a blacked out truck, I can kind of go with a thicker line, layer line. Now the other parts, like if I do the grill, like I'll have to move the grill out and do it at my high detail mode, just for the simple fact that it's going to be easier there. And I still got to put the lights in, the holes in for the LEDs. Or I can just drill those out in the body myself too, since I can't mirror it in this software at the moment. They haven't added that functionality yet. But we're looking at it like at least a week and a half of printing just these parts. Oh man, my arms are just like I'm still like sore from Beat the Creek, and it didn't matter, it freaking rained today too, so that sucked. Okay, so here we go. 1 hour, 12 minutes. So we'll go that, and Eric's 8 scale. Remove that. This is body center and front. Actually, yeah, because I'm going to print that another. Let's go back to here. Let's grab that. Actually, the funny part is I can do. No, I can't do that. There's going to be a support there. Ah, nah, screw it. I'll keep the. Let's spin. Nope, that one. There we go. Now I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the rear and put the rear there. There we go. You're fine, mister. Yep, and then we're going to slice this plate up. This one's going to be really weird looking. All right, what? Do you need to go outside? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Ah, that's exactly what he's telling me. So, by the way, these are the 1/10 scale side-by-sides we were talking about, that I was talking about earlier. Oh, wow, okay, so that actually sliced up quicker than I thought. Another day, almost 2-day print. That's fine. But you see all the support material in there. All because of that back end. Which is fine. That's what slows it down, actually.
Shut up.
But that's okay. Wow, so the bumper itself doesn't need any supports. That's cool. So we'll go ahead and export. Hey, Fred! You missed the other part, Fred. I showed the Beat the Creek, some of the Beat the Creek's crap. Or stuff. And then this was like, so at Beat the Creek this year, this little guy, oh no, I got red. Why do I got red? Toolpath outside. Oh, oops. Even though technically there is no outside on this thing. So we will do that. There we go. Now slice it. But this little guy ended up getting some nice upgrades while it's slicing that up. All right, cool. There's the bumper. Oh, those videos were like it was a blast. It was a muddy mess there, Fred, at Beat the Creek, but I had an absolute blast there, hanging out with friends that I hadn't seen in years. And it was funny kind of getting tackled in a sense. Big old bear hug from Parker. My OC is gonna go nuts if I don't freaking do that. No, Brian Parker, Recon G6. Oh, someone wants back in. Actually, wait a minute. This has a completely different setting than the other parts. But let me get my doggo back in. Oh, you're gonna hear dogs going ham here in a second. Just because it's what they do. Alright. Yeah, it was a mess. It Beat the Creek was a mess. Hi, come on. Come here. Come on, get back up here. There you go. Wet paws. You got wet muddy paws. You know that? Alright, so in reality, I should print those in clear and then just paint them. But I'm gonna print them in red because I have it. Yeah, these all take 54 minutes to print those tail light lenses. Okay, so now we need. Oh, this guy, you know, this is my boy. He's the one that pretty much goes everywhere with me, and he is turning 14 this year. Believe it or not, he'll be 14 years old this year. Wow, that was a quick slice of those. No idea if that I would actually freaking hold up or not, but screw it. Why not try it? Yeah, he actually has a service dog vest and everything he wears. Yes, he does. Yes, you do, buddy. Oh, fine. I'll get your spot. Oh, my OC is gonna hate me. There. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there should be 6 files in here. But there's only 5. So what section did I not get? Front cab. Center cab in front. Headlight. Oh, the rear didn't save. Or if it did save, it saved. Nope. Where the hell did I end up putting that thing by accident? I know I saved that file. Where the hell did I put it? Ah, screw it. I'll just export it again. Da 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 da. Alright. Ow. So, alright, so that's done. Yep, okay, cool. So, let's go back to our regularly scheduled setup. So, these little suckers had fun at Beat the Creek. I'll do it later, Fred. I ain't worried about it. But, this little sucker ended up getting Holmes Hobby Revolver and 380 because one of the vendors there had it. Another Crawlmaster ESE. And then underneath here, courtesy of Jim Lewis, again, running his little chop shop out, a Reefs 99 servo. So the funny thing is, just this motor ESC combo that I have in here was still more expensive than the truck when I bought the truck new. I always thought that was funny about this thing. Is like I have more money in parts upgrades and electronics in this thing than what I paid for the truck. All because I wanted to run lipos in it and be completely safe. And then I'm also a big fan of Holmes Hobby, so I'm gonna run a home setup in this thing, like I run a Holmes Hobby setup in a lot of my other vehicles, like the TF2, like my TF2 over there, running a Holmes Hobby setup. But hopefully, if I can make enough money, with a couple of these prints that I have going on, and not referring to Eric, says Eric, your print's actually upgrading my computer, um, getting my computer back up to snuff with another camera setup and well, more parts to modernize it instead of running a 10-year-old CPU. Uh, but yeah, so fun stuff. But there's actually another chassis laying back over my shoulder, over that shoulder there. I hate this looking at the camera crap. Yeah, so back there's another chassis that'll eventually get put together. It'll probably be the tow truck chassis when I get done with it. I'm gonna do a, actually, we can actually, let's see if we can do that. Well, save, and we'll just redo that one. Yes. I already. So that's what that body file that was messing with me earlier, Eric. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Give me a second here to sign in. Oh, cool. I'm already signed in. Sweet. So yeah, I gotta section this. I gotta section this center section out to clear the frame of the C-Max chassis, so it can sit down a little lower, so I can get it lower. I gotta do that later. I might just do it in this CAD program that I got pulled up on my computer at the moment. But let's see. We're going to create a 3D design. Alright, let's see if I can import this. Da 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 da. Square bodies. Oh wait, I need to do that. New folder. Zips. Get rid of all this crap. Wow. Okay, let's see here. Let's take. Let's see if that will let me import. Oh, no. Too big. File is too large. I need another software is what I really need. Wow, even those are too big. Holy shit. Damn, I was gonna sit there and try to. Wow, Tinkercad, you really suck. Max file size 25 meg. Ugh. Oh, I wonder. Hold on. I have another software that might work. We'll close this out. Oh, mother. No. Fuck you. Microsoft Edge, you can screw right off. We'll just go into this. And I'll go. Oh, no. That's the one I need. Is it? Oh, nope, that's not it. Ah! Where's my EXE? Oh no. I gotta reinstall it. Yeah, I have to reinstall it. Huh, interesting. Because I had to redo my rig. I don't remember my EXEs for SolidWorks. And Fusion 360 changed their crap, so you could no longer use Fusion 360 on a free setup anymore. You have to pay a license for Fusion 360 to use it. Which is very, very annoying. Because that shit ain't cheap, and I'm not paying a subscription for software that I only use once in a blue moon. Maybe that might be it? I have no idea. Nope, that wasn't it. Alright, never mind. Scratch that tonight. So, nice, Bill. Yeah, I actually use Chrome still for most of my stuff. Hey, little man. So I use Chrome for most of my stuff still, or Mozilla, depending on whatever mood I'm in when I install an operating Internet Explorer on my computer. And then I have. There's no munchies over there. Oh. What are you running it on? 4S? Uh, you think I'm gonna run out of any glazing compound soon? Bubby, get out of there. Wide open throttle the whole time, Bill? Yeah, funny is I run everything on 3S. Except for this thing. This thing still runs on 2S. But all my other trucks run on 3S. The Jeep I built my dad, my VS410, the Taco, that truck. Nah, 2S just don't last long enough. For me. 2S is just not long enough. The bad thing is, Eric, I keep... See, that's why I like these, Bill. These things right here. So that right there on a 5200 milliamp 3S LiPo We're run for like 3 hours. I get at least 2 hours out of that truck. Minimum. On that thing on 3S. I get an hour and a half out of that thing on a 3000. It's crazy. It's weird how long those things last compared to a basher. Like, my big ruckus sitting outside. Oh, Eric, you'll be able to run this on 3S. This right here stock is 3S capable. So if you had a Dean's 3S pack, it will hook up to this and run. Or I can change it out if all your 3Ss are XD60s. I can just change it out to a 3X60 XD60 plug for you. But you just let me know. I'm wondering is Eric, I'm like doing it like, should I install leaf springs on the back of this thing and make it a leaf spring rear end? I have enough stuff for it. We'll make this a super scale 1-to-1 copy of your truck. Granted, front suspension isn't torsion arm, but hey. Coilover is still better than, that, so, yeah. Oh, and here's a better idea of the tire width there, Eric. Or, Bill. Stock tires he has. Because they're sitting in that package right there. I'm just waiting on the rims to get back from back order. Oh, what do you mean, Bill? You got another 10 minutes runtime on that thing. Yeah, so Eric, depending on how, now the 2S pack that this thing comes with, you'll get basically, um, you'll get basically about an hour to an hour and a half of runtime. Hour and a half pushing it. Because you're not going to be driving that fast at all. But 2S is kind of limited on how fast you're actually going to be able to go with this thing. Because I'm not going to lie, these things are relatively slow. Even on, like on 3S, this thing is still slow. It's a brisk walk. On 2S, it's like a brisk walk. And yes, Fred, one of the biggest crimes in battery cells right there is the freaking C ratings, man. What a fucking joke. The bad thing is I really do want to test out my the C rating on my I want to test out the C rating on my Helios packs. Those are the ones I really want to see what they're like. Actually, I need to double check that. Let's see. Oh, come on. Hmm. Okay. Man, seriously, are those wheels still freaking on back order? Holy shit. I would have figured they would have not been on back order anymore. Crap. Man, that sucks. There we go. That thing's up there. Put away. But at least it's the same. These wheels right here are the same offset as the wheels that you have. So that's the ones you ordered. So at least I'll be able to get you the right wheels. Or at least get all the measurements out right. All right. Let's see. Did anyone else have fun? Did anyone go flying? I know you got some flyers in here. Go flying out on Yeah, the funny thing is the parts are made in China, but the company's SSDRC is based out of UK. Which I thought was interesting. Oh, so the question is, Eric, do you want trailing coil spring rear suspension, like the coilover shocks that are on it, or do you want to try you want the custom the scale-ness of leaf springs out back, leaf spring rear suspension out back? All right, I but I'd ask because I have all the stuff to make it leaves out back. My order from Jim shipped, so that's good. I'll have bearings for next week's show. Yay! Because there'll be, while stuff's still printing, because chances are stuff's going to still be printing for your body there, Eric. I'll do a complete teardown of this little sucker, and we'll be putting upgrades in it, on it, and doing a full bearing swap out on this sucker. And chances are I'm probably going to end up putting a bigger pinion gear in it, because I dropped it down. I think I went a little too low with it on the pinion size, so it's not as fast as it was before. But yeah, it lost some speed that it had with the brush setup. Now I think it was rocking I think it had a 16 tooth pinion in it, and I dropped it down to like a 14 tooth pinion. I think is what I put in there, or I might have put a 13 tooth. I can't remember now. All I know is that. So, oh yeah, I'll just do it this way. Boom. Cancel. All right. Doot doot. So, I am thinking of doing a tow truck build with this thing. Or this being the cab for the tow truck. With that other chassis that I have sitting back here. I wonder. Wait, I can do a box. Aww. Too bad I can't make it a triangle. Or can I? Yep. So I'm gonna do a tow truck with this, an off-road tow truck. So kind of like my inspiration actually is the Fab Rats truck. Like Fab Rats' tow truck is my inspiration for this truck. So I am going to section the hood and narrow the front end on it. Or what we call oh, now I gotta do it in here. Alright, let's see here. Add negative volume. Slab? Oh. No, that's too big. Yeah, I was trying to put this model into the Tinkercad. And it didn't work. Because I was gonna put it in Tinkercad and then see if I can figure out where I want to make my sections at. Like how far in I wanted to bring the essentially dovetailing the front end to figure out how far in I wanted to make it. Oh, my buddy's got one. Like here's I know it's gonna be We'll do this.
Gentlemen, let's be civil about.
God damn it. Had my mic muted. I'm sorry. So this is
Gentlemen.
my buddy's truck. Let me mute my mic here, or mute my audio here. There. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, I fixed it, Bill. And I'll get audio. It's just a. I'll do this, and I'm gonna turn it down because this freaking thing is loud as shit. All right, so let's see if this plays and sounds okay. I'm experimenting here, but it's my buddy's tow rig. But it's goes with a little saying here, so let's rewind it.
Gentlemen, let's be civil about this. Let's make a deal. You surrender, and you don't die. How does that sound? And how do you intend to kill us? Oh, no, I can't kill you. But my buddy can. Say hi, buddy. Gentlemen, let's be civil about this. Let's make a deal. You surrender, and you don't die.
The audio come out okay, or was it too loud or too quiet? Or too quiet, I mean? Are we able to hear what it said? But yeah, my buddy's TikTok. I'm not a big TikTok person, so I don't have an account or anything. Yeah, but could you hear the audio of the... Here, I'll turn the audio up a little bit so it's the same volume as me. There. Yeah. The saying he put with it. The saying he put with it.
Gentlemen, let's be civil about this. Let's make a deal. You surrender, and you don't die. How does that sound?
And how do you intend to kill us?
Oh, no, I can't kill you. But my buddy can. Say hi, buddy. Gentlemen.
Okay, there you go. So that's his custom tow rig, and then it had all of my trucks on it. So it was towing 20 plus pounds of trucks. About 28 pounds worth of trucks on it. We were supposed to have a full, like we were supposed to have another video, but apparently he never uploaded it or finished it. So it never got posted. Last year we had a parade of all of our trucks. So it was like my Taco, his TF2, the Bronco I built my mother, the Jeep, the Wrangler that I built my dad, us and a few of our other people that we knew that had showed up at the event, and we were all like driving around Vendor Row, And that thing was like a showstopper last year. Like everyone was like, "Oh, I gotta get pictures of that truck right there of my taco." This year, like hardly anybody wanted. Like, oh, whatever, it's just a freaking taco. Okay, whatever. Um, but then again, it was also raining out pretty bad, so it came out a little bit. The lights worked great though, and found out today that the lights that I had ordered, 3.5 weeks ago, finally cleared customs today. So finally, it will get the rest of its lights that it's supposed to have, which I thought that was kind of funny today. That it gets the rest of it whenever the hell they get out of New York City and get to me. And then here, like Saturday, I'll have the bearings for my truck for the little side by side. And then I gotta go down to my local hobby shop and pick up those tires that I have, that Eric's tires. And then I have a set of axles on the way for another project that I've got laying around. I think the tow truck's actually gonna get the tow truck build's actually gonna get those really sick scale axles that I have. Or I should say sick, because I put the actual scale lockout hubs on it. So I've got to order myself a set of SSD rims for those. But I don't know if this is gonna be on 1.9s or 1.55s yet. So I still gotta figure that out. And if it's gonna be on 1.9s then or 1.55s, I gotta figure out what tire I'm gonna run and all that kind of crap. So it might end up running some Pitbull Rock Beast 1.55 Rock Beast. So the same tire I have on the Taco, it might run those. I haven't decided yet what tire it's gonna run, or it might run, depending on how big those wheel well openings, it might end up running the same size tire as the Suburban build with the 1.55 Pitbulls, PBXs. But again, it all depends on how big that opening is, because I really don't want to cut it out too much more. It's gonna get cut out regardless, because it's gonna end up probably coming out and cutting out the turn signal area when I go to do the actual like boats. I forgot. I just said it earlier. Bobbing, not bobbing, but whatever. I can't remember now. Whatever. And I'm probably gonna do the. I'm probably also gonna cut the doors down and do like half doors with it too. At that as well. So it's gonna have cut doors and everything. So, but there's really not much going on tonight. Just thought I'd, let you guys know what's going on. Show Eric working on his thing now because I'm after Beat the Creek. Sober. I said I was going to start it when I got back. And see you guys next week at the same, 8:30 Eastern time, if I remember actually start at 8:30 or 9 o'clock Eastern time. But you guys have a good one. Be safe. Stay dry. I know the weather's kind of weird right now. And have fun. And hope you guys get some RCing good this weekend. I know I'm going to hit some